Together, we are LD Top of Mind. All right, so we had to come to you today because we just got finished watching Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 18, Love is in the Air.
Drama.
So much drama. This was a good episode, though. So it starts off with Madison.
Shy Town, we in the Shy.
In the Shy, loving the Shy.
This is probably like one of my favorite like episodes on. You know, it was just so much going on. It was just like this is my favorite probably like season rather because it was first of all in the Shy. They showed all the nice places, the nice restaurants that you can go to, the nice bars you can go to, and just really, you know, chill in the Shy. And it's best time to chill in the Shy is during summertime. Summertime Shy.
Summertime Shy.
All right, we'll get into it.
So Madison and David, well, actually, it was a whole group.
Yeah.
They were together. They met up. Madison comes in all red, red eyeshadow and everything. And then the reason why I'm making reference to this is because she came in on fire, and her vitriol was aimed at Michelle, as though Michelle did something to her. And I'm sorry, Madison is upset at Michelle for one reason and one reason only.
Michelle was over there eating. She ain't had nothing to do with nothing. She was eating whatever she was eating.
Or at the bar drinking, but
yeah. And she was like, "You talking about me?"
Yeah. But the only reason why she's mad at Michelle is because she was exposed by Michelle. There is absolutely no reason for Michelle to be mad. I'm sorry, for Madison to be mad at Michelle. Now, David, yes, David has a reason to be mad at Michelle. Madison has no reason at all to be mad at Michelle when Michelle and her were actually, they seem to get along, they seem to be friends, and she the one that betrayed Michelle. Yeah. So for her to come in with all this anger directed at Michelle, the only possible reason is she was exposed by Michelle.
She was ready to fight. I was ready to see a fight. That's what I was ready for.
No.
They was right above the bar, and right below the bar was like a boxing ring. I was like, where were they at in the Shy? That's why I love the Shy. There's so many different spots.
That's true, but I don't want to see the ladies fight.
She was like, if Michelle wanted me in the ring, I'll take her. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think she would have beat the crap out of Michelle.
I don't know. I just know that Madison has no reason to be mad at Michelle. That's the only thing I do know. And I did notice that she wasn't addressing Alan. And so she kept directing all of her anger at Michelle, but I think it was also a deflection so that she didn't have to address what she did to Alan. We're going to keep all of this energy toward Michelle so that I don't have to address Alan. That's what I think, because she acted like Alan wasn't even there. And yeah, I'm like, can we talk about what you did to Alan? You keep wanting to talk to Michelle. Let's talk about Alan. And then, of course, David, who's always her rescuer, scooped in and let's get out of here, Madison. They leave, and then Madison made reference to give me my horns. I guess, I'm the devil or whatever. And I'm like, that's why she wore all that red. She came in there on a mission. I don't want to jump ahead, but she even made reference later in the episode about how she felt so much better after getting it off her off her chest. So she has all this smoke for Michelle. And to be honest, I'm sorry. Yes, David has a reason to feel a way about Michelle, but Madison does not.
Maybe it's like you said. Maybe it's because, she put her on blast like that. Maybe because Michelle put Madison on blast. That's probably why Madison was so mad.
That's true.
Let's talk about the next.
So the next scene, David and Michelle were at the tattoo shop, and they were acting as though it was their first kiss. They're really just sticking to this whole narrative of, we just hugged before. So
yeah, David was bringing out the old with the new. I guess he was dating some chick about 12 years, and then it didn't work out, so he had her name tattooed on her chest. So out with the old, sponge her name out, put in another lady, the one that he really wants. So that's how that works out.
Yeah. All right. So the next scene, Carla and Juan. So they're packing up to move out of their apartment that Married at First Sight gave them, and Juan was there first. Carla walks in, and they greet each other. Um, then Juan went on to say, how do you feel about us? As far as us being friends, and
Yes, how do you feel about us about being friends? I'm gonna be Juan. How do you feel about us being friends?
well, I just think that I didn't come here for a friend.
What? You ain't coming here for a friend?
So I just, I think that we just go our separate ways, and that's just the way it should be. I think you should miss me since you didn't stay with me. I'm not going to be your friend. I didn't come here for friends. You should get some friends of your own.
And then Juan he was butthurt.
He
He didn't really.
was.
He showed it a little bit, but he was still kind of butthurt.
He
Like,
was.
man, I really kind of want to be your friend after this. We can't be friends at least. I can get to know you a little bit better. Do some
Mm,
massages. Do some spiritual.
no, he ain't like none of
Yeah,
that.
he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He ain't like none of it. He ain't like none of it.
So, okay, so yeah, I'm not mad at Carla, to be honest. She did not come there for a friend. I will say that I was surprised because I actually thought they would remain friends. They seem to, get along so well. So I don't know. I was shocked, and he looked like you said. He looked butthurt. He seemed
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, he was kind of surprised with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, he didn't expect that one. No, yeah,
Yes. So let's see. Next, we have Camille and Thomas. The next scene. They're making plans for their future. And Thomas has been actually planning their future. So he told her, they're going to move into his place, and they're going to he's going to give her the parking space. He'll take the street. She gets the key fob. So I like that. I mean, I just think that's what a husband does for a
Well, she
wife.
just wanted him to take charge on certain things, and he was letting her know that, hey, I can take charge on certain things. I just wanted to know where your head was at, because it wouldn't make no sense for him to take charge of things if she wasn't all in. Now I'll
That's
be
true.
sitting there too, like, man, so what are we gonna do tomorrow? I don't know. What you wanna do? You gotta take two. You gotta take two. It can't be one side at the same time.
That's
Same
true.
time.
What you want to do tomorrow?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't
We're gonna
know.
have to figure this out.
We'll
We'll
figure it
figure
out.
it out.
When tomorrow come, make it happen.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
But
figure
I
it
like
out.
that he's stepping up the way she wanted him to. He started to take charge more, and I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
Mm.
Next, we have Michelle and Carla. They were at the restaurant, and they was talking about what happened with Madison earlier. And yeah, so they talked about how she came in with all that smoke for her, and I don't know. I'm seeing some things with Carla that I'm not. I don't know, and I like Carla, so I'm a little. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, but I don't know. I'm seeing some changes in Carla, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk
No,
about it,
I
but
just think she butt her too. It didn't work out for her. She wanted to go in there with her husband, came out with not even a friend. She don't even want to be friends with
she don't even
one.
want
I
to be
mean,
friends.
hey, it is what it
It
is.
is what it is. But she did talk about how, now doing this whole show, she's setting new standards for men. She wants them to start setting dates with her, just being more proactive. And so she did have some good takeaways from her experience with Juan that she's going to take into a new situation. So that was good news. That was good news. Um, she did say she was disappointed
Mm.
about how things turned out with her and Juan, and they talked about their divorces and how they're going to move forward. And we all know that she did really, I think she was really into Juan, and I think he was into her initially.
Mm.
The shift happened, kind of because he needs someone who's very ambitious, very motivated, and then, like when she quit her
Well,
job and things
I'll be
like that.
Juan. Juan said, "Hey, how you doing? What we doing today? We live together. I just came back from work. What did you do today?
Oh, I came for work too, and I quit my job.
What the?
That's
Hey, I'm
okay,
a,
no, but that's okay. The universe is gonna provide for me to have another job. I'm not gonna look for a job, but
what the?
that's okay. The universe is just gonna give me a job without me looking because that's just the way it is.
What the?
That's just the way it is. But Carla got that good energy, y'all. I mean, I'm teasing,
She got either
but
good energy or other energy. I don't understand the
she
energy.
got that good energy. I do like Carla. I
And that's
do.
what threw Juan off. That's why he wasn't really feeling her at that point because she wasn't motivated to do anything. What time you wake up today, Carla?
I woke up at 1.
Wow.
What did
I went to work at 4 and I got home at 6. Half the day gone.
oh my goodness, well, in the universe, we all do things
Oh
differently,
my goodness. This is not going to work. We will just be friends.
I see that. At eBurk, I do see your comment. So just make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm glad you like my lip color. so next, let's see, Thomas and Camille. They're moving into Thomas' place, and it was a good moving experience for Camille. We noticed that it was such a nice view. And Thomas and Camille, they have a very nice view.
Yeah.
So that was something that we noticed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The next scene, Madison is talking to her dad. so she's telling her dad about her and David, how her and David connected. The dad is like, well, hey, you did this experience, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And,
Mm.
just go ahead and be happy with David. I mean, he's
Yeah.
her father. What else do we expect him to say? But I will say, Madison didn't tell her father everything. She didn't tell her father how she got Alan to spend $3,000 on clothes, knowing she didn't want that man.
Mm.
She didn't tell her father how she got him to get Invisalign for his teeth, knowing she didn't want that man. She
Yeah.
didn't tell her father how she constantly chipped away at Alan's self esteem, telling him she didn't like his jokes, she didn't like the way he dressed, and all these things, knowing she didn't want that man. So she didn't tell her father how she continued to give him hope,
Yeah.
just that little bit of shred of hope that he just kept thinking maybe this can work.
True.
So she didn't tell her father everything, she just kind of gave him an overview to make herself look better.
Yeah.
And that was the problem I had with Madison. The things that she did to Alan, the things, Michelle never did anything to her. That was my issue with Madison. So there was things she left out when she was talking to her dad to make herself better, seem better at
Why they
least.
were drinking old fashions. Old fashions are good, by the way, too.
Oh, especially with roasted
Roasted
marshmallows. Yes.
marshmallow.
So the next scene, M goes out on a date with Brandon.
Now, they've been knowing each other for about 25 years. They met in middle
Mhm.
school or whatever. But he never, came at her or nothing. So they met years later. And he also knows MM's brother. So they were real tight too. So they linked up, and they like each other and everything. I'm happy for them both. They doing their thing.
The thing is, okay, so he said with his first wife, they only dated for 6 months and then they got married. So I'm just a little concerned that he would jump right back into a marriage. I know he's going through a divorce. MM is going through a divorce. I just want this to be the real deal for MM. I really do. Like, I am wishing for the best. I think she deserves the best. I think she went through a lot in
Yeah.
this marriage with Ike. So I really just wishing for the best. And I want him to be the real deal. So I'm just a little surprised that Brandon would want to jump right back into a marriage, but I love the fact that he did reach out. And that's jumping ahead a little bit, but he did reach out to her cousin, MM's cousin, and I do like that. So I want him to be the real deal.
Yeah, yeah, I think it will work out. You know, it will be the real deal. He came to a, like a true man that wants to get with her and all that. So he won our heart over. So we'll see.
Yep. So the next scene, Juan and Alan talk. Alan, getting caught up. Juan said him and Carla really haven't talked much. And then Alan went on to say that he's been on dating apps, he's been dating a lot, and you know, just trying the whole dating thing, with nothing serious,
Yeah,
and
he's trying to get his mind off of it. You know, he got played, so he's just trying to get his mind off of it. I think in the future he won't be so naive, and a girl trying to change you, you'll realize like, hey, I'm me. Don't change for nobody. If you
that's
don't
right.
like me who I am, then beat it, kick rocks. But that's something that he got to learn on his own, and he should have seen that coming. So, but
All right, so the next scene, David and Madison are at an ice cream shop. They're flirting, they're going back and
no,
forth.
they did it. They did it. They was talking about they had a nice breakfast. When you have a nice breakfast, they didn't did it. They did it. They was,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
so
They was talking.
yeah, anyway, so now they're saying that, they're gonna explore being in an exclusive
They did the
relationship.
wow thing. Uh. Wow thing.
Please, baby, baby, baby,
Wow thing.
please.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they was talking about at the ice cream place.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted them to stop showing them. I don't know. I'm so annoyed with them right now. I just did not. I didn't.
But you gotta show them because they're the drama. That's
I
where the
know.
drama is.
I
You gotta
know.
show them.
I just didn't. I don't care
You
about what
gotta
they
let it
doing.
play. You gotta let it play.
I just don't care about what they doing. I just skip to the next scene. So the next scene, you got Camille. Carla, they all getting caught up. Camille's talking about her relationship with Thomas, how she's starting to laugh at his jokes, so you know it's true love. Uh, the surprising thing was Date came over to meet the ladies. I was like, okay, I thought this was girls' night, so that was a little strange for me. But then she left them in her
Now
apartment,
that
which
was
was
strange. That was strange for me.
that was strange to me
I ain't
too.
about to leave you in my apartment. Okay, we about to go out
Nobody
to dinner. Y'all stay here and lock up.
I ain't leaving nobody in my. Let me tell you something. The only way you would have to be blood family for me to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just
And
leave
that
you up here.
depends what blood. You gotta cut the lights off when you leave. Cut the lights off. I wouldn't have did that one. Oh my
Yeah. Other than
gosh.
that, I mean, that's yeah. That's just like it. And I got a home girl there. Yeah, I've been cool with since my best female friend. We've been best friends since 10 years old.
Mm.
I would trust her in the house. But other than that, her and family ain't nobody else. Because, yeah, I consider her family. Other than that, ain't nobody else. I ain't doing that. So
Mm.
anyway, that was interesting. But
Yeah.
she left them in her place
Mm.
and she went out on a date. But this is what I mean when I said Carla is acting a little bit differently. Because Carla always has such great energy. Like,
Seemed like she had a little hateration going on.
yes,
Ain't gonna be no hateration, hateration.
hateration, hateration. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Okay, so we make up songs over here, okay? So
Yeah.
you ain't maybe never heard hateration, but that's what we do over here. So it was yeah, she started saying, how can MM be, how can MM be his light at the end of the tunnel
Yeah, I
of
don't know if she meant MM Light, if that's what all she
no.
saw, or was
She
it
said
dude she was talking about?
no,
The
because
light.
he said that MM was like his light at the end of a dark tunnel, and after
Interesting.
they left, she was like, "How can she be his own?" I'm sorry,
Mm.
we gotta do Carla. How can she be his light at the end of the tunnel? I just don't understand. I don't know. That's a red flag, and I
Mm.
didn't it. Like, let's just root. Let's root
Well,
for
when other people are
MM.
happy, of course, other people that's not happy, are gonna hate a little bit. Cause Carla came in there trying to find a man. She ain't found a man. Then her girl found a man and get engaged.
I
She
just
a
don't.
little butthurt.
I don't move like that. I'm happy for my friends. I don't move like that. So I don't know. I don't know. She's been given a different energy ever since decision day. So I don't know, Carla. I mean, I like you. I just need you to keep your same energy. It seemed like you becoming almost like a little bit of a mean girl, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
It was interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. It was interesting.
I don't know, but yeah, I do believe MM can be his light. I just, let's root for MM. I wanna see her win after what she went through. She went through
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, let him
Yeah.
win.
So next scene, MM is with her cousin. They're talking about Brandon. Brandon called her cousin, which I liked. I like the fact that because apparently her cousin means a lot to her.
Yeah, they ride or die.
Yeah, and it
But
seems
like I said, Brandon, which is MM's cousin, he know her new, what is it, fiance?
yeah,
He been
Brandon.
knowing him for about 25 years.
Mm-hmm. And
So
yeah, so I like that. I like that he reached out to him. It just shows that, he respects him and he knows that he's means a lot to her. So I like that he reached out to her cousin. So,
yeah,
I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. But I do like the cousin still, told her, even though, we go back 20, 25 years, I still need you to be cautious in this relationship. Like he said, he don't want to be going through this every 2 months, meeting a new guy that MM is introducing him to. So I want this to be her forever. I am rooting for you, MM. If you're watching this, I'm rooting for you. But I'm rooting for all you ladies except for Madison. But the rest of you, I'm rooting for all of you. I want you all to win, all of you. But we also noticed they had a very unique restaurant. It was like very cartoonish
yeah.
restaurant. And if it's here in Chicago, we're going to have to find that restaurant.
Yeah,
That was a nice
I'm
restaurant.
pretty sure it's around somewhere.
Hmm.
If y'all know where it is, put it in the chat.
And then the thing is, the producers, MM walked away. The producers asked Brandon, like, what's next for your relationship? And he got kind of a, look on his face. He didn't really answer, kind of like rubbing his hands together. She walks in. He got down on one knee and proposed. And that's when they became fiancés.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was interesting. And I mean, I'm
That
excited
happened.
for it. I just wanted to be real. I do. I want it to be real. And he proposed. She said yes.
Say yes.
Yep.
That's what time it is.
So they are engaged.
Engaged.
So the next scene, David and Madison are celebrating Madison's 30th birthday. They talked about, they went to a restaurant. They talked about, growing their relationship, maybe possibly marriage in their future. They went to the hotel where he had everything in her favorite color, purple. The room did look nice. I'm gonna be honest. The room looked really nice, and they just talked about marriage. And then he said he loved.
I love you, baby. Yes. I just want you to know I love you.
And she said, "Just don't take me for granted. I don't. It's happened in the past where I've been taken for granted. So
I would never take you for granted. I will hold you forever.
You hold me, hold me.
I'm a holder.
Hold me, hold me.
I'm a holder.
So yeah, that's what they did. So moving on. Next scene, we got MM and Brandon searching for rings. I'm rooting for them. So she started crying. They found the perfect ring. He got down on one knee again and asked her to marry him. So yeah, I'm happy for them. Next scene, Thomas and Camille went shopping for new towels and a bath mat for their place, and she needs to make Thomas' old place, which is now their place, feel like home. And so it's just a cute scene.
Yeah. You're moving in together. You gotta make it not just one but two.
Yep. The thing is, it was one thing that happened that I was just. He jumped in the bed with his clothes on.
Hey.
What did he do that at? The clothes that did you head outside? Did you walk outside? You jump in the bed with your outside
He
clothes?
was ready to get busy. It was time to
With
get
your
busy.
outside clothes
It
on?
was time to do the wild thing.
For me, outside clothes do not go into the bed. Ugh. So for me, yeah, that was a no. So yeah, that was my takeaway from that scene. It wasn't even so much about the new towels and the bath mat. Moving on. So David and Madison, um, oh, we talked about that where he decorated the room and with the balloons, and she told him not to take it for granted. He promised that he is not gonna fumble the bag.
Yeah.
And they talk about how they have a genuine connection, and they told each other they love each other.
Yes.
Moving along.
They whoop de woos.
Whoop de woo.
Whoop de woo.
So Camille, then the next scene, Camille fixed Thomas a birthday breakfast of bacon.
Had that bacon on deck.
He loved his bacon.
Had that bacon. Can't do it all the time, but had that bacon on deck though.
Yeah, it did look good though. So you go, girl. And the next scene was really quick. Brandon was feeding MM's dog. True love, right? We have 2 cats, and just watching when he like changes the litter, it's true love. It's true love.
True.
It's true love. So the next and final scene. So they were all meeting up for Thomas' birthday. Camille is throwing him a party. And Eberg, I still don't see where you like the video. You can like the video. You're gonna talk about my lip color. So the next the last scene is so they are meeting up for Thomas' birthday, and Madison she reached out to Alan to ask if he wanted to meet. And so first of all, he did not want to meet with her. So we'll say that. He did not want to meet with her. And so he brought it up because he doesn't see the reason why they should meet. And, she just thought they have not had a one-on-one conversation. He wouldn't look at her during decision day. Yeah. And she wants to have that one-on-one conversation. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that one-on-one conversation. I mean, for what? What you gonna say? It's like conversation about what?
That's how
you made me feel butt hurt.
I feel the same way, so I see why he didn't want to meet. MM went around the group and she showed off her ring to everybody, and everyone was surprised. And they talked about how her and Brandon were both going through a divorce. And I like Michelle. I don't think that she was a good wife to David, but I actually like her. She seemed like she would be a good friend. So I do like Michelle. And so she admitted that she's a little bit concerned. And I get that. She did admit that she's a little bit concerned and about MM and Brandon, because she just feels like, what's the rush? If you're in love, what's the rush? Yeah. So next, Camille toasted her husband on his birthday, and they both talked about their future. They all toasted MM and Brandon on their engagement. Madison got jealous. She admitted that she was basically jealous. She didn't use the word jealous, but she feels that her and David is not getting the same support as Brandon and MM. But if she would have just given it a little bit more time, she would have realized that MM was going to ask about her and David, because MM did. She asked where were they in their relationship, but before she could ask, she was already saying that they weren't giving her the same support. Yeah. And
who cares if people give you support or not? As long as you love each other, it's attention seeking.
And so Alan was over it. When MM brought it up, completely over it. He didn't want to talk about it. And then Carla said something about bye losers. I don't know. Her energy just have been ever since decision day is shifted. And I like the good energy, Carla. I like good energy. I bring good energy.
Yeah, but it was funny though.
See, yeah, I guess. I don't know. For me, it wasn't. I give me good energy. I like good energy. So, so I don't know. But David, for whatever reason, felt the need to go over to. I think
Yeah.
he really wants because he's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying he wanted to go over there and talk to Michelle, but Michelle was like, I mean, I really don't need any closure. I already got closure already. She really didn't like him in the beginning. It was just about that how she wanted to be right that Madison and him were together while he was trying to holler at Michelle. I mean, Michelle, I don't know. I don't even know why David even went over there. I would have been like, I'm straight. I mean, I don't owe you nothing. She was treating him like dirt.
That's
Like,
true.
I'm David and my wife is going to play Michelle. Hey, how you doing today? Do you want to go out?
Why are you asking me how am I doing?
Hey, I was just
Why would
wondering.
I want to go out
You want to go out for breakfast? You want some breakfast? Hey,
with you?
I'm about to look at the ocean. You want to sit and look at the ocean?
Why would I want to look at the ocean with you?
Hey, I just wanted to know. It's something on TV. You want to see some TV?
With not with you?
Hey, you just want to just sit here and just look at each other in the eyes?
No.
And that's how she treated him.
That is how she treated him. And so I'm gonna need. I like you, Michelle. If you watching this, I like you, but girl, you did not want that man. And I'm gonna need you to stop crying and acting. Now, I'll give you this. The whole experiment as a whole did not work the way that you wanted it to. And that I understand. But so maybe there's tears because the experiment didn't go the way you thought it would and you thought you would have a husband. I'll give you that I can understand you just being sad over, but you did not want that man. So any tears that you're crying is not over David. You did not want that man, and I'm gonna need you to just admit that you did not want that man. Madison, I give you. Yes, Madison owed you more because you thought she was your friend. David didn't owe you anything. You did not want that man. Let's be honest. But moving on. So Ike walks into the room.
Shaft.
And that was interesting, and everyone was surprised to see him. So he went around the room speaking to everybody. But Brandon, Ike's new fiance, I'm sorry, MM's new fiance, didn't even give him a chance to see if he would come to the table to greet him or whatever. He just jumped right up, went over, shook his hand, was like, "Hi, I'm MM's fiance." He just introduced himself. It was funny, I will admit.
But if I was MM though, I would have never went over to Ike and like tried to console or say, anything to him. I mean, is that bygones be bygones? You don't have to prove nothing. Okay, cool. You got a fiance. I guess she was trying to apologize to Ike or something. But why would she apologize?
I don't understand. I think she was trying to apologize for decision day, but she gave him what he deserved on decision day. So I really don't understand why she wanted to speak to him. That was, I didn't understand that. MM, please move on. Don't apologize anymore. He should be apologizing to you. So please move on. So anyway, he didn't accept it. But I will say he definitely seemed bothered that she has a fiance. Now that I will say he definitely seemed bothered that she was there with somebody. He started saying that he had a date.
Yeah, he had a date.
And he was only going to be there. So I do not believe him.
Yeah, he had a hot date.
At all. This date is alleged. I don't believe he had a date. I just think because she had a date.
He had a date. Yeah. He was up.
So he left right after that.
Yeah, it was time to go.
I think that's about it. Alan admitted that he tried the whole dating a bunch of female things, and it's just not for him. He really wants to find the one.
Yeah, now he does, and he finally realizes who he is. He ain't gonna let nobody change him, which he should have thought about in the beginning. But hey, sometimes you gotta learn later in life or later in the days because they was only together for what, a week?
No, it was a couple months. Yeah,
Couple
2 months. 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then lastly, Camille talked about what Thomas means to her and their relationship, and, just how, she really just can't imagine how, what her life would be without him. She's hoping that 50 years from now, they can tell their grandkids about how they met and married at first sight. And so I'm definitely rooting for Camille and Thomas and wishing them all the best. I'm wishing all the ladies the best. Hey, I'm not even going to say anything bad about Madison. I believe in good energy. What they did has been done. We're going to move forward. And, I'm going to wish everybody the best at this point. The season is over. And I like to keep that good energy going. So
keep it going. So on that note, be true to yourself.
Give your just do to yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can always be notified of all of the new videos on LD Top of Mind.
Till next time, friends.
Till next time, friends.